Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Signature Cocktail with Kyle Hammond. I am indeed Kyle Hammond, and tonight our signature guest is none other than Brian Shand from Australia. Welcome, Brian. Hi.
Hi, Kyle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Going well, thanks.
It's lovely to see you this fine Friday evening, morning, night. There's a whole thing
Time
with
zones.
who knows
Time
where we're at
zones.
and what day it is.
Look, let's stick with UTC. It's safer.
It's safe. UTC, safe to go. Safe bet. I know Brian from Office Hours, which is officehours.global for those of you paying attention at home. Office Hours is a global community of AV tech nerds. How would you describe it, Brian?
Exactly like that. Look, it's great. It's just a group of people who really enjoy AV, whether they be professionals, hobbyists, but I think it's a community that is definitely international.
Definitely international. It's a global community. And so if you want to find out more, you can go to officehours.global. But more recently, Brian and I worked together on NAB coverage out of Las Vegas. Brian was the man in charge, calling all the shots and making it happen. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, look, National Association of Broadcasters had their convention in Las Vegas, and we got to cover it, which I think it was fantastic.
It was fantastic. And you were calm, cool, collected as always, despite all of the craziness being thrown at you. And so we much appreciate it. Speaking of all of the calm, or staying cool with all of the craziness being thrown at you, what are we doing today? This was a quite a feat getting me set up, but let's make a drink. What do you say?
That sounds great. So, Kyle, look, I wanted to come on today and talk to you about Negronis because you can go to any bar and any good bartender can make a good Negroni or can make a pretty ordinary Negroni. But it's one of those drinks that you can't really muck up, so it's a great drink to mix at home.
Nice. So it seems pretty simple, right?
Look, it is, and as long as you got the right ingredients, I think it's pretty easy. So I'll break it down.
All right.
It's
Lay it on me. What are we doing?
So it's 1/3 of a sweet vermouth. So you could go your what is it? Your Cinzano Rosso. Here, I'll just something like that. As long as it's sort of whatever. I think Martini makes something like that, but it's normally red. And the sweet's probably better than the dry, although you can make a blonde Negroni. What else we can have here is Aperol or Cinzano. You got the Campari, so
Oh, I have
that's
Aperol.
no
I thought we
problem at
were
all.
going
I've got
Campari.
no. Well, it doesn't matter. It's all sort of the same. But I think what both of these drinks are all about is they're typically an aperitif. And if you're sitting in a cafe in Italy during the summer, a Campari spritz or an Aperol spritz, which is just basically a mixture of that plus a bit of prosecco. That's what you can drink quite comfortably sitting in, the lovely Italian sun during summer, and they go down pretty well. So we're going to just do a bit more now, Kyle. I believe you are championing Australian liquor and the good botanical of Four Pillars rare dry gin. Now, look, can I just say, a man of your taste has chosen well, because the Four Pillars is actually quite a good brand in Australia for gin. Gin's actually become very popular in Australia, and especially all the different sort of batches that they do. And Four Pillars is really well known for tweaking and running small batches of sort of different flavors, whether they're doing a pink gin, whether they're doing sort of a different kind of version. They've even got one that's a Negroni, but I mean, Australia's really well suited to getting those different botanicals. We've got, juniper berries, we've got coriander and lemon myrtle and pink peppercorns that we can sort of source, whether from be Asia or even local. And so all of those botanicals really go into a drink like a good gin. So Four Pillars is definitely the pick.
I've had the Four Pillars Shiraz, the bloody Shiraz, which was delicious, and so I wanted to try another Four Pillars, and you said try the rare gin, so I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Well, that is the classic. That's kind of their stable, base gin, and anything from that is kind of a tweak. But for a drink like the Negroni, we really want to have a fairly good, solid, neutral base of a gin, because we're going to be throwing in all of these aperitif kind of ones with the Cinzano Rosso, with the sweet vermouth, and with the Aperol. So maybe let's get a start.
You're going to jazz it up with all this other stuff, so you want to start with a good, solid, dry, rare gin.
Look, and what you want to do with a Negroni is it's equal parts. So it's a third of gin, it's a third of Aperol or your Cinzano, and it's a third of your sweet vermouth. So whatever you're measuring, cups, litres, doesn't matter. You can put it in a thermos, take it camping,
You guys don't do the ounces, you do the milliliters, right?
Well, it's all that, different measurements, British Standard Whitworth, whatever you want to go.
Whatever. All right, so where
and look,
how do I start with
I've got nothing fancy. I've got a shot glass here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start with the gin.
Okay.
So
and you're going to put
really
it
just keep the same
into the
measurement.
glass, or you're going to put it into a shaker first?
Well, okay. If you're going to do a shaker, can I just say this?
Or do we shake, or is this stir? What are we doing? How
This
do I
is a
do
stir.
this?
This is a stir.
Oh,
But
okay. Stir.
if you're going to put it into anything, put some spare ice into that first.
Okay.
Get it nice and cool, and then we're going to strain it out of whatever. So
Gotcha.
if you've got if you've got something that you're going to shake it up or stir it up, no problem. Just put a handful of ice in.
It's going to get loud because I'm getting the ice. It's loud ice. Boom. It's in there.
Okay, great.
And
All right,
you're starting with the gin?
Starting with the gin.
Yeah.
So again, Four Pillars, rare dry gin, perfect.
Let me show you what I'm working with. It's this guy right here. That's a good close-up of it.
Nice. Yeah.
Then I put my logo screen back. That's what I call a super source. All right.
And look, currently they've got a few out. They've got the apple and rhubarb gin. They've got the yuzu gin. So, again, they do these little great small batches. You mentioned you had the bloody Shiraz gin as well, which is really nice. I've had the Szechuan pepper, which
I like a
very
pepper.
spicy, very Moorish.
Okay, I'm going to start by just putting 1 ounce of gin.
Okay.
Is that cool? That's way
cool.
we'll make about a 3-ounce drink.
Perfect.
All right, 1 ounce of gin. Ooh, it smells really nice.
Now look,
You were talking
some
about
people say Aperol.
the botanicals. Man, that smells good.
Yeah.
That smells real good.
What I really like about Four Pillars and a lot of the gins that are out at the moment is it's not harsh. I mean, this is something that's really drinkable.
Yeah.
You can use a gin. And again, I love a Tom Collins with a bit of a twist on you might have a little bit of lemon sugar syrup. And actually, I like it with a bit of thyme as well.
Oh.
So you get a bit of herb, thyme, make up your sugar syrup. Or you walk into a bar and you just say, can I have a Four Pillars with soda water and then just a splash of lemon? And that's a different twist on the old gin and tonic. And trust me, you can drink them all day sitting in front of
I
a
don't.
bar,
Maybe
a
you
cafe.
can drink them all day, but I might stop it too and be like, all right, we're running. Speaking of time, we got time. It's time to go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I could drink 12 pillars. It's okay. All right. So the next one. Let's go the Aperol. Okay.
Aperol, you got it.
Aperol. So again, your Cinzano, your Aperol, doesn't really matter. I find the Aperol is probably a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
But yeah, an ounce, throw it down. Same thing. See, this is why it's so easy.
Why the drink is so? It's not easy when my Aperol is stuck on. I haven't had Aperol in too long. Uh-oh.
And again, if you want to do a spritz, you can do a spritz. Yeah, just add Prosecco and Aperol, or Prosecco and Cinzano, and you got yourself a nice spritz. You got a tea towel there? You can always run it under hot water.
We're going to cut this part out.
Okay.
Well, now it's wet, Brian.
ASMR.
Now it's wet. Now I can't grab it because it's wet.
Look, amateurs.
There it goes.
Hey. Okay, so we're going to go an ounce of that as well. Great stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, loudness.
Nice. Yep. Okay.
See, that smells good too. That smells like a good solid fruit punch.
Yeah, and again, it's like you've got the botanicals of the gin, botanicals of the Aperol. This is kind of why you want a base. You don't want to go crazy with the Shiraz starting right off on the gin. Okay, let's move on. Now, sweet vermouth. You can go dry vermouth, and you can tweak it to make a blonde Negroni, but we're going to go the sweet, the red. Now, some people find this a little bit too much, and you can lessen it a bit, but you still need it. Otherwise, it becomes a whole other cocktail. So,
I'm
again,
doing it
we're going to go
straight
an ounce.
traditional, the way it's supposed to be, and we'll go from there.
Exactly.
So 1 ounce. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. It's in there.
All right. Now, can I just say, as it is
Say what you
right
gotta say.
now, that is a Negroni. This is what I'm saying. You can't muck it up. It's the equal part
Boom,
gin,
boom, boom.
Cinzano or Aperol, and then sweet vermouth. Now, I find that a little bit rocket fuelish. Like there's a lot of kind of
Alcohol coming at you.
there's a lot of alcohol basically burning your face off right there. So to temper it down just a little bit, I go a little bit of pink grapefruit fizzy drink, and I just have a splash on top. Do you have that?
So not
Do
an
you have
equal
a pink
parts, like just a little splash. I do
Just
have
a
some of
splash.
that. Like here.
Okay,
Like
great.
that.
Yeah.
Ruby,
like that.
red,
Exactly.
grapefruit.
Yep.
The good stuff.
And again, this is a great summer drink. It's really tart. It's got the bitters. It's kind of really refreshing.
So do you put that splash in just after? You got to shake it first, though, right? Like I don't want it exploding on me.
Shake, stir. I mean, you're just trying to get it. Now, if you've got a slice of orange as well, you can always pop a slice of orange in. I tell you what, that's going to make the difference.
Oh, you put it in the shake, or are you saying like as
You
a
can
garnish?
put it in the drink, actually. So if you just hold off for a moment, and we'll prep it up. But yeah, so put ice in your glass, give it a kind of shake / stir, and then just decant it out.
There we go. Put the ice in. We're off to the races.
Nice and cold. Imagine summer's day.
Little half shake to make it cold,
Yeah,
like that. So good.
that's it. Okay.
And then I get to use my new strainer that I just got. I haven't used to strain anything yet. Got this from Kit Bar Supply. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful strainer?
Awesome.
See, that looks golden beautifulness is what that looks like. Got it all covered up so you can't see it.
And look, Kyle, there's twists on Negronis. I mean, it's almost become like a little art in itself where you've got the Kingston Negroni where you're using like rum instead of gin. And I've seen different ones. The blonde Negroni. You can have the Belvedere where you're using like a rye whiskey instead of gin.
There's
And
all kinds of variations.
you can go,
there.
you can see it. You can vary it however you want. But we're doing the base model. Like we're doing nothing custom here, just good
Nothing fancy,
old-fashioned
just a
solid
straight up
Negroni.
regular old Negroni. Here we go. I'm gonna dump in a little bit of.
Yeah, that's it. That's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna do the same. Okay. Awesome. And now I like a little bit of orange, and just you give it orange just a little twist, just so you get some of those juices. And then I just put like a little slice or something just in there, But it's just that, yeah, you kind of got that whole, just that beautiful Moorish kind of, and it's a tartness, but it's an adult drink. I mean, this isn't kind of, you're not making a fluffy dark or a Cosmo here. You're making something that you're going to sit and have at a bar. Maybe you can have, whatever you want, but you're definitely not having this with a meal. Like you're going out to drink like an adult.
I like it. It looks beautiful.
Okay.
It smells beautiful.
It is. I mean, the fruits, the citrus, like we love it. In Australia, I don't know what it's like, but we get a lemon, lime and bitters, which has got no alcohol. You get it, and it almost feels like a grown-up when you're a kid. But this is kind of like a grown-up's lemon, lime and bitters. Anyway.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Brian. I'm going to taste it now. You tell me what you think of yours, and I'll tell you what I think of mine. Oh, see, now that's nice. You were saying this, you could drink these all day in the summer and nice. I was like, yeah, okay, we'll see. Yeah, but no, you are right. I could have a couple of these.
Yeah, and look, I loved the prep you did because you did just enough to blend things. Like if you're going in really stock, pour, and I'm done. You don't worry about the orange. You don't worry about kind of a bit of ice. It's gonna be a little tart, a little bit kind of at first, but just those little twists, even that little bit of grapefruit that just
Gives
cleanses
it, yeah,
kind of just all brings it together.
that
That's what it's
frizzy.
about.
I agree. This reminds me of, like I said, like a soda. Like you're gonna have a barbecue and you're gonna have a drink outside. You got a little soda drink.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're sitting around at a picnic, or you're just sitting on a lounge chair out the back of you.
That's what they're drinking, and that's
place.
what we're about
That's what
to
you're
hit.
drinking.
That's what we're about to hit here in Chicago. See, in Chicago, the weather is kind of funny. We're in what they call third spring, where
Yeah.
it's nice and it warmed up, and then it went back to winter and snowed again, and then it went back to spring and got warm again. So we keep teasing the weather and teasing the warm picnic. Let's go outside and drink. We're almost there, and so this will get us prepped for it. I'll be having a few of these. Thank you, Brian. This is delicious.
Mate, cheers.
Is there any other place people can find you, or only find you on the office hours? Right?
Look, I'm basically office hours. You're
There all the time.
If you're there, you'll know me. And again, tune into officehours.global because not only have we done some great productions, we've got some more lined up for the future. Maybe Cinegear, maybe IBC, but really, it's a great daily show. And if you're into media, broadcasting, or tech in general, look, it's one of the best channels that's on the internet right now.
Awesome. That's a glowing plug. I appreciate it. Cheers, Brian. Let's let these people have a good weekend. You have a good weekend, and I'll see you at Office Hours. Cheers.
All the best, Kyle. See ya.
That's good stuff.
Goes down well.